guys, it's me Sabrina back here for another video, and you must be thinking, why do you look like that, Sabrina? Like what you say? A bum. Well, I will tell you, because my week has been very interesting. It's been really interesting. There's just been a lot of things going on. As for why I'm dressed like this, of course, with the weather changing, it's been a little like warm one day, cold the other. We discovered this week that my boiler is broken, so I'm freezing in my house. Good times, right? Other than that, there's just been some other things going on this week that's just kind of made it all sort of awful to deal with. But I still wanted to come back on and do a video for you guys because I'm so happy that you've decided to join me for a video this week. So today I wanted to talk about something that probably a lot of people will say, you shouldn't be talking about that. That's not the way we do these kind of things. But I think it's important to have like a very open and honest conversation. But I will say, total disclaimer, if you're just starting on keto, this is definitely not a video for you to watch. This is for my long haul keto people, that we can have an honest and open conversation about this subject, because I feel like I am not the only one. While other YouTube keto blogs and channels will kind of glaze over this completely, I thought it was important just to, come out and say it. So again, if you're just starting keto, you should probably skip this video and watch. I have tons of other ones. There are tons of other ones on YouTube. I would say go to one of those. But if you've been on this journey for a while, then come on, sit on down, get yourself something to drink, and let's just talk about this. And so what I want to talk about are the 10 foods that I miss the most while being on keto. I'm almost 2 years into keto, so I think it's time that I just come out and say it. The reason why I think it's important to talk about it is because if I think about all the times that I've struggled with staying on the keto course, I've been very open that I'm not always really good on keto. I often fall off the wagon. And while there's numerous different reasons as to why I fall off the wagon, I know that one reason is sometimes I'm just missing something from my old diet, and that's what's like pulling me back to the dark side. So I think it's important to have this conversation and say what it is I'm missing, because that is a great place for me personally to start figuring out some keto substitutions for what I'm missing. That way it's easier for me to stay on keto, and it can really be a long-term lifestyle. I'm not missing anything from my old diet, so these are just some of those things that I'm missing. So I wrote it all down here in my notebook. I'm really a paper and pen kind of girl. I know some people are just like, oh, I have a list on my phone. Nope, I have an actual list that I had pen and paper and wrote it down. So the first thing is fruit. I miss fruit so much. For some reason, people think that, people who have problems with their weight, they don't eat like good food. Like I eat fruit and vegetables. I love fruit, and the two fruits in particular that I'm like so missing all the time are oranges and bananas. For some reason, they're not even my favorite fruits, but for some reason, those two things are just killing me. I run an office as my daytime regular job, and so I'm always ordering in snacks and fruits for the people who work in the office so that they have those things at hand. And the two things that always tempt me are the bananas and the oranges. Something about an orange, like I could just smell it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want that orange so bad. So that's my number one, oranges and bananas. Now, while you can have fruit on keto, it's mainly on the low glycemic fruits, so your dark berries, essentially. And you really can't have that much of it, so I can definitely say fruit, especially bananas and oranges. Those are things that I miss. On my list, I have rice. Number 2 is rice. I am a rice girl at heart. I miss it dearly. And I know you can say, oh, you can do cauliflower rice or riced broccoli. It's just not the same. Like if it was something I could find a very, very good substitution for that is low carb, then I say, no, I don't miss it at all. But I really miss rice. There are certain things like, I see a lot of people do cauliflower fried rice. I've tried it myself, and it just does not replace it for me because it gets really kind of gummy and sticky, and it's not, there's a texture thing there that I'm looking for that I haven't found a great alternative to. Now, of course, if you found something that can really kind of replace rice in your mind, then leave it down in the comments below, because this is as much to help me as you guys are. This is as much to help, wait, this is me helping you guys as much as you guys are helping me. So if you have some great alternatives, please put them down in the comments, because I am looking for great alternatives to this. Another thing is pasta. Yeah, pasta. I know there's some, like I've been searching online, and I'm looking for something that can replace pasta more so than those miracle noodle type products, because while they do technically change, substitute for real pasta, it's that texture. Again, it's a texture, it's a taste thing. For some reason, you can never just get those packaged noodles dry enough, and they don't absorb any sort of sauce at all, so it always just tastes like nothing. No matter how much sauce you put it into, the actual noodle takes up no sauce, and it just tastes like nothing. You just chew it on nothing. So that's why pasta made it to my list. Another thing is bread. I've done some bread, I've done bread reviews here on this channel. I'll link up a video or two for you guys up here so you can check those out. Now, these are great bread alternatives, but 2 years in, there's something about regular bread that those breads just don't make it. The closest thing I've got to a great bread substitute would have to be my cheesy biscuits that I partnered with sausage gravy. I'll put that video right up here. That will probably be my best substitute for bread. It is great. You still get that nice bite that you do get in bread. Kind of chewy, kind of not chewy, still firm. And the cheese obviously throws it over the top. So if you're looking for a great bread alternative, I would check out that cheesy muffin with the sausage gravy. Even without the sausage gravy, those biscuits are amazing and definitely my top contender for a great bread substitute. Although I had to stop making those because my sister was just eating all of them all the time, and she's like, "Oh no, you can't make them no more. I eat too much." I'm like, "Okay." So I haven't had those in a minute either. Next thing is cereal. Not even a particular cereal in mind at all, but just, the act of pouring some cereal and pouring some milk. That is just a beautiful, beautiful thing. I've tried these kind of seedy pearl cereals. I didn't really care for them too much, and you get like just that much cereal and they expect you to feel full off of it. I'm not with that hype at all. I want a substantial bowl of cereal with some milk. Is that so hard to ask for? Actually, while I'm making this video, I am still technically waiting for a cereal order that I decided to try to come in. So you'll be seeing that video soon. Look out for my low carb cereal video coming out soon. Hopefully I get that package in the mail so that I can try it, film it, and it's out there for you guys to know about this amazing cereal. If it is amazing, I'm not sure, haven't tried it. Next thing that I'm looking for is a really good mash. A great mash. And why is it so hard? I'm looking for a great mashed potato that is low carb. Now, I've tried mashed cauliflower, didn't really care for it. It just doesn't get silky enough for me. It's a little gritty, grainy, and I don't care for it, so that did not work. I've tried mashed radishes and turnips. I think I did a blend of two, or I did radishes and then I did turnips, and again, it just doesn't dry out enough that it becomes creamy, so it was a little bit watery, and I detested that, honestly. And then the last thing I tried was celeriac. Now, I did see on some other places that celeriac is a great sort of thing to puree. Yes, it pureed well, but I don't like celery. I don't really care for celery, and it tasted like celery. No amount of cream and butter, nothing would get you away from that celery taste. And so that's why I'm still on the search for a really great mash that is low carb friendly. and helps me stop dreaming about fluffy clouds of mashed potatoes with, gravy and butter. Anyway, back on topic. Another good thing that I'm always on the lookout for, or that I miss generally, is ice cream. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some amazing homemade low-carb ice cream recipes out there. I'm more talking about, the convenience of going out and buying ice cream. Something you can just go and pick up, because a lot of people, myself included, it's a big commitment or investment to go and buy an ice cream maker. And I know there's those types that, just heavy whipping cream that you put into the fridge, but you don't get that texture. It can get a little icy with those heavy whipping cream in the freezer sort of recipes, which, kind of ruins it for you. And so I'm looking for a great alternative to a convenient ice cream recipe. The best one so far, I didn't do a review on it, but I did try out the products, would definitely have to be Rebel Creamery. I'll put their link up here. They recently launched 5 flavors, and they do have an online store, and they are looking for people to put in requests to be in store. They sell it for a great price, but right now, because they are a small company, you do have to pay in shipping. So it is definitely worth it to go onto their website and tell them, hey, come to my grocery store, so that way you can go in, grab a pint for yourself for a really great price. The ice creams are pretty good. My favorite would have to be the chocolate, although the cookie dough is nothing to, turn your nose at. You do get nice cookie dough chunks in that. So if you haven't tried Rebel Creamery, or you have not gone to their website to see what they're offering, definitely check out their link. I'll put it down below for you guys so you check it out and see what they've got. I think they'll have something that you're interested in. Just saying, but that's me. So, another thing that I'm looking for constantly is a great pancake recipe. Now, there are tons of pancake recipes out there. I have taken a look at a fair few myself, and the problem is that I don't like eggs. Now, this is my second or third time saying I don't like something, and that's why I can't find a great substitute. I am not a picky eater. There are just certain foods that I'm just not going to eat, and eggs happens to be one of them. A lot of the recipes are simple, super simple to make, have tons of eggs, a little bit of cream cheese, and like the lightest smattering of flour. And for me, they taste like eggs, so I don't like them. There's no way around it for me. There's no hiding it with like flavored syrup. No, I'm looking for a great fluffy pancake recipe that does not taste like eggs. I'm still looking for one. I'm going to play around in the next coming weeks with a recipe that I found, 1 or 2 of them. I'm going to adjust some ratios on it, and hopefully it turns out okay. And if it does, maybe you'll see a video on my channel for it, because I think I am not the only one looking for a non-eggy, low-carb pancake. Why is that so hard? I don't know. But we're going to try it out anyway and see how I get along with it. Another thing that I miss, and I think this is sometimes associated with just, kind of missing those sort of things, is comfort food, back home food that is amazing. And that will be different for everybody. I think there are times when you just want those kind of homey smells and tastes and things like that. So, that's why I made my oxtail recipe. I'll link it up here for you guys if you haven't seen it. I did do an oxtail variation that was low carb friendly, just because I was missing it, and it, smells and tastes like home. Of course, it's not the same exact thing, but it's something that I do enjoy. I also make a lot of curried meats because I love curry, and that's something that's very heavily prevalent in West Indian food. So I always try to play it with the curries, and, just so I don't feel like I'm missing out all of the time. And it's a great way to feel a little bit homey and a little bit more settled in myself. So that's why I do it. Last thing is an actual dish that I did miss a lot over the summer, just because it's a very summery food, and that is sushi. My office loves sushi, and so they're always ordering it, and it just looks so great. It's like this little sort of happy little cloud of food that you just pop into your mouth. It's not hot, it's not too cold, it is just amazing. And so, yeah, I'm looking for a sushi recipe. I'm actually hoping to try one out this weekend, and if it works, again, I don't want to put up videos for food that just tastes awful or don't really work in real practicality. No one else can make it, but I can make it somehow. I don't know. So I am looking at a sushi recipe that is low carb, and I'm hoping to try it out soon so I can share it with you guys. So yeah, that was my list of 10 things that I'm missing. 10, not things, it's food. 10 foods that I am definitely missing while on keto. And I hope this didn't like trigger anybody. My whole idea is not to trigger anyone into breaking keto. Like, oh yeah, I missed that too, I'm gonna go eat it. That's not the whole point in this. Like I said before, the reason why I think it's important for me to acknowledge these foods that I miss is that it gives me a starting point for the things that I need to figure out for my diet. You know, if I'm really missing rice right now, then I have to, try some different vegetables. Maybe there's something else other than cauliflower that would kind of give me that satisfying rice feeling without actually being rice. So that's why I wanted to have this conversation and let you guys know some of the things I'm missing. And maybe you guys have tried some of those things out already and you have some great suggestions. And if you do, please share. I know I'm not the only one, but I'm definitely on the hunt for things that will satisfy these sort of cravings that I have. Because I've never reached that point in my keto journey where I just stopped craving foods or stopped thinking about these foods. So I think it's important to say and share. So if you've got suggestions, please leave them down below. Like really, please leave them down below because I will definitely be reading all of the comments and, buying or whatever, trying anything that you guys suggest. So yeah, on that note, I did want to take a couple minutes in this video to say thank you. All of you guys are super amazing. I got an email today that I made 500 subscribers, which is like blowing my mind right now. So I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you who decided to hit that red button down below and, subscribe to my channel. I know I'm a little out of my mind and a little inconsistent and just kind of all over the place, but thank you so much for joining me on this journey. And I hope that you don't regret it, like at all. You bring your friends, bring your family and friends because this is going to be awesome. Thank you guys so very much. And I hope you have a great week and you do amazing things and see amazing people and say amazing things. What? I don't know what that was about. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me for this video. And if you haven't, hit that subscribe button and join the family. And we are going to go on and do amazing things next week. Until then, bye!